In the wake of last week's air disaster near Washington's Reagan National Airport, targeting the government efficiency DOGE and its possible role in air safety standards. All this comes amid the search for a plane that disappeared on the way to a town in Alaska. Correspondent Mark Meredith has breaking details tonight from Reagan National. Good evening, Mark. Greater than Brett, I sure do. The news not looking good out of Alaska. Moments ago, Coast Guard found aircraft marching. The officials in the state have description of the plane that went missing just yesterday, carrying 10 people on board, 9 passengers, 1 pilot. Alaska officials say that they have recovered the bodies of 3 people. It's unclear where those other passengers may be, whether or not they may be in a different part where the wreckage was split off. God willing, may have survived, been able to move there. Still looking into this right now, just coming in at this point. But we are talking about a single-engine Cessna being operated by Bering Air, as we mentioned, was on its way to Nome, Alaska. The plane was found about 35 of interest. While looking for the aircraft, they weren't elaborating at this time, but now have found the aircraft matching the one that went missing. Meanwhile, back in Washington, most of the wreckage of American Airlines 5342 and Black Hawk helicopter have been recovered. Investigators say they are still searching for any small debris that may be left in the Potomac. In the wake of the crash, we heard from former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton accusing the Trump administration, specifically Elon Musk DOGE, effort of gutting safety standards by trying to reduce government staffing. Clinton posted on X, US Airlines had gone 16 years without fatal crashes. MAGA fired the FAA chief, gutted the Aviation Security Advisory Committee and traffic controllers with layoffs. About you, but Mike Whitaker, the recent head of the FAA, also critical of Musk's space agency, was not fired. He resigned. In Airlines had gone 16 years without fatal crashes. MAGA fired the FAA chief, gutted the Aviation Security Advisory Committee and traffic controllers with layoffs. About you, but Mike Whitaker, the recent head of the FAA, also critical of Musk's space agency, was not fired. He resigned. In Airlines had gone 16 years without fatal crashes. MAGA fired the FAA chief, gutted the Aviation Security Advisory Committee and traffic controllers with layoffs. About you, but Mike Whitaker, the recent head of the FAA, also critical of Musk's space agency, was not fired. He resigned. In I'm hesitant, but I'm here, so I think going to be able to do what they need to make it safe. Greater than today, we learned that helicopter restrictions operating near this airport is going to remain in place for the foreseeable future. We are expecting a preliminary report on this crash as soon as March